Yeah, something's wrong. There we go. Now my mic's working. Sometimes starting out doesn't catch it. Alright. We're back. Back in Ostriv. I took a day. You might hear some banging in the background. It's just been lots of work going on in my house for the winter preparations kind of stuff. But we're here. Back in Ostriv. I didn't forget about the city, although I did actually. I forgot it on in the background. And our city survived 9 to 9 years, survived 4 years by itself without anything at all. Isn't that amazing? It's so awesome. So we had one person die, or two actually. Stepan. I think he died of hunger. And this person too. They got one or two of the houses were like completely broke, but for the most part, they all survived. I don't know how. I think it's because they were dedicated and they worked hard and they got just enough money each year to survive. So I gave them a 10-cent boost to their income. But we have completely, these fields were full. Most of our animals were grown. Where's my sheeps? Yeah, a lot of my sheeps were full. So we killed a couple of them. You can see we've got tallow. I knew we did get tallow. Now, I forget what tallow is good for. We don't have any salt, so they stopped making dried fish. But I think that's okay. Oh no, we've been... He cleared out all the stone in this area. It's so funny. I left it going for 4 years in the background because when I ended stream, I didn't forget. I forgot to pause it, and it's such a minimal game that it was running in the background. These guys, 91 years old. What a beast! What a beast! But we do have full horses too, or 5 horses. We only had 2, so now they're, you can see, pretty old, 7 years old and 6 years old. So I'm gonna probably turn this on now so we can start making wagons. I honestly don't even know how we survived 4 years with me just not playing it, but it goes to show how well I set up my infrastructure. Now, I don't know how long they could have survived like that, but considering they have unlimited supplies, it seems like they're good. I think they're pretty good. And she's just, yeah, she's... Let's set this up to 200. She's been making stuff, so she didn't make everything into something. That's quite interesting. Here, yeah, why don't you just make it all into stuff? And once she filled up to 500, she has like 500 broadcloth, textiles, plenty of thread. It's very interesting what happened. The only thing that didn't happen is I didn't make money, but technically I didn't lose any money either. If I could see my graph. I don't see a graph, I guess. Select from the list to see the graph, I guess. Oh, I see. Yeah. My treasury has stayed the same. But yeah, so we're doing good. Now I can speed up time. I can keep continuing where we were going. But I think that was pretty funny. Because I popped it open and I was like, oh, fuck. Because it auto-saves too, and I didn't save it. Just kept auto-saving along the way. It's like, oh, I fucking ruined the series. But I didn't. I didn't ruin nothing. Didn't ruin nothing. But welcome to anyone watching now or in the future. This is just a chill-ass little stream before Thanksgiving if you're American. If you're not American, it's just November. But I did add this. I like that. I like the little bit I added. And also, I wanted to take this out. Move that. I kind of wanted to reorganize this street here. So you can see they've made this little like pattern here for their walkway. And I kind of want to utilize that. I like that shape they've made. I forget the name of the type of path that these would be. But we'll do something like this. So following the line. We don't want to have too many trees in this area. So we'll just have this one and that one. Sure. We'll keep it with the theme. Just because when they get taller, they get pretty thick. Now, this is actually something my real city did, where they put too many trees down, and now they've grown in. They've actually grown in a way that it's kind of like detrimental to the area and the environment. I've noticed it. I was like I look at older pictures in my city quite often, and I see it, and I'm like, there used to just be fields. Now they're all trees everywhere, and the trees are popping through sidewalks and just ripping people's yards up. And hills are being made everywhere because of it. It's very strange. We interrupted the natural ecosystem. Look at that, a child has been born. So people have been having babies. We do want to get education going. And yep, we don't need to have any special technology. This is why I like this game. So that's the church there. Technically, this is where the old logger was. As this is the town hall, I kind of want to have the school in here like this. And of course, they're going to be getting like horse farts and stuff as they go to school, but that's okay. We like horse farts. Also, let me do my due diligence here so that anyone in the Discord can come. I always forget. Luckily, I think this game just runs in the background, yeah. I like when games can just run in the background. Alright. There we go. Now we need to figure out, why are you still broke? I might have missed them. Oh, actually, I think it's because they're trying to stock up. The best part is, you sell people goods, you can sell it back to them and make a profit. So technically, I'm making money from them working and buying stuff. I am a master landlord. My meticulous math skills. So the tallow there, pretty sure at this sword, yeah, for mutton and beef. Have this transferred, yep. Now what they do with, I'm pretty sure they kill some of the animals. What do they do with the meat? Hope it didn't go bad. I don't know if they can smoke the meat. I think that the meat just stays raw. This guy's, he's been thirsty for some charcoal for quite some time now. We need salt. I will take 2,500 salt, sir, for the same value, but I'm going to trade you a charcoal. Thank you, sir. Set this to 500. Yes, okay, thank you. And then You gotta kind of figure out, honey, this is all perfect. I don't really want to change it. I don't want to just add it down, maybe. Because this is gonna fill up. There's tons of cherries. Where'd all the cherries I had go? I swear when I started I had like 4,000 cherries. She might have just turned them all to dry fruit. And I think what kept us floating was the fact that we had buckwheat, dried fruits, and all these other things that are just coming in as well. So it wasn't too bad for the years I wasn't playing. And obviously my system was very good for getting all the people to work in the frickin' fields. I love seeing all the people in the fields. It's the best. Got the wagon shop. Order a wagon. Yeah, it's gotta be men. So man, here. I think the carpenter, we need a draft horse. He's an old male. May as well. Need 4 horseshoes and 1 tag. Okay, gotcha. Do you have a tag? No, they don't. They do have leather, though. It's gonna take me a little while to get leather, so I'm gonna purchase 500. That should be okay. We'll actually sell 2,500. Yeah, same trade equivalency at least. Keep that. We need a saddlery. Leather and metal parts. Okay. Of course, they're going to be smelling and also hearing the tinging and the clinging of the sounds of a... Oh, I actually really like... Here, it brought all the resources here. I like that cross-section, but it's okay. We'll get into the cross-section. Future. Primary school needs workers. Oh, it's March. Damn, they fucking finished the fields before halfway through March. You guys deserve it. Holy shit. Proud of you. Goddamn choking up the bread up here. We can't even eat the buckwheat. You want some of the spare buckwheat? Here. I don't know if I can get it to the thing in time, but we'll give it a shot. Let's load this up. Put some spare buckwheat in here. We got too much. Our stores are just overflowing here. Oh yeah, we got plenty of guys for that. The month of March is the month to do it. Look at that, they're gonna bring all that buckwheat in here. 100 at a time. Pop, 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 pop. All in there. We need some more car parking lots, that's what we need. I honestly think we should do something like that. At this point in the game, you start to get like really good labor surplus. You just have to manage your food supplies, like your stock. Buckwheat is good just because of the fact that it doesn't rot away, so I might turn some of this field into just straight wheat. Here. How many spare men? Well, we don't know yet. It's the end of the month. So now we have a new selection. These new people... Oh, those are trades. So he's gonna need horseshoes. Smithy, can you produce 10 horseshoes for me? What's our metal supply? We're doing it right. Surprisingly, after 4 years. activity. We don't need that one. Nice, we got that leather. Something else needed leather. The shoemaker. How much leather does it take to make a shoe? Here, we'll have him make 50 shoes. Can it be... Yeah, it could be a woman. Although I thought traditionally men were cobblers. I could be wrong. It's not like they can't make shoes. We need to start cutting this forest down. Ooh, workers. This is a priority job. It'd be a nice building to have a stockpile for wood. So you can store secondary logs. Just start amassing tons of logs. So I want to cut down this forest. Get out here. Because this isn't going to be the town center. Really, this is kind of like an outskirts area. I kind of want the city to be up here. And this will be like agricultural and stuff. I hope. And then out here will be the same agricultural. Could actually probably start. No. I need more houses first. I think the best idea would be to put a village house or two up here. Hold on. I'll be with you in a minute. I always feel like it'd be very convenient to have a well in front of your house in this time. You want more charcoal, huh? You're just so hungry. This time, you can have 5,000 charcoal. And now I needed that stone for something. Bricks. Where is it? Down here. Yep. And then we just need sand, which we've got over there. It's kind of in between it all here, and then we'll have to put some coal in. So the primary school. Now we need a teacher. Anyone who's educated will do. Hopefully we can get someone who is educated. There we go. Is that the 92-year-old Yerema? Ukrainians, I think. He is a beast, though. 92 years old and busting his ass. There we go. So now we've got this, we can build the horse tack, which is what we needed. Yep, it can be women and men, so we'll switch it off. And how much horse tack did you need for that? He's got the horseshoes. It's not telling me how much tack. Oh, it's a change it here. Well, if it takes that much, I don't want to probably use the boulder mat. I'll probably want to use this one. One tack. So we'll have them make that like that. Perfect. Sorry about the banging in the background. They're doing roof work. that charcoal right there. Then we can get a guy to work here too. Start storing up logs, charcoal, and firewood all over this area so they can make bricks. They're also going to need a market stall. I think one will be good for now. We'll have firewood, buckwheat. We have a lot of spare potatoes, I think. And then what else do we have in abundance? Dried fruit. Sounds good. Now, how much do I have? I have 1,000. I just want to make sure that my buckwheat stores don't go down too much, but they don't really, it doesn't fetch me a lot of money anyways, so I probably won't sell it. Yeah, I don't need any of that stuff. And actually get rid of this. Bring that stuff back to the storages. Oh, I already have the brickworks. I didn't even notice that that was the brick building. Doy. Have to put charcoal there. Good thing I didn't have them finish that building. Definitely need more people in this city. Let's get some houses, some garden houses in here too. I believe Perfect Death was telling me that I should make houses kind of like, I think like this size. And like quadrant base, kind of like this. I might be wrong, but I think that's what I was getting told to do. This would be a good idea because they'll build 3 different plots for 3 different things and then their house. So let's give that a shot. It'll look nice anyways. Do you need... Yeah, I was gonna say you probably need a friend. I don't know why brick making, it seems like such an extensive, oh my god, I can't even talk, extensive process, like manual labor wise. My brain's not working today, I don't know why. Probably because there's a lot of like background banging and crashing. I also was at the dentist, so that doesn't help either. It's nice that he brought his 3 30-year-old sons to work with him at the forestry here. Hey, I'm not gonna complain. I'm more than willing to take young and willing men to work. So these guys are gonna start collecting the stuff. And luckily the whole process is completely free. That's why I want to do the bricks. I think it'll be a really good idea. Now we could sell you guys some metal parts. If I sold him that many, we need to get our guys to transfer here. So let's put 300. It's not 300. There we go. And then hopefully, by the time they get here, we'll be good. So we'll sell 300 or 150. That's pretty good. So it seems like the town we're selling to is kind of like a farm town. They need the like parts so they can do horse tack and stuff. So they should have. I don't have 4 horseshoes. There's one there. Did you make a tack yet? Lady, there's leather right here. Don't tell me the shoemaker took it all. Hey. No, don't do that. You can have 100. I want the laborers to take this stuff out of here. Can you... I need it to go somewhere else. There we go. Oh, wrong thing. I'm gonna have to give them a storage for it here. Need them to take this stuff out. They're not gonna be able to fully make it empty. Oh yeah, we also should add a new market. We're gonna need a market for the shoes here. Where are your shoes? So we have pork coming in. No, not pork, sorry. Beef. And what is the other one? Mine. Any other byproducts? They don't want tallow? I feel like that could be useful. My mic is probably jarring to move it like that, but I'm most professional anyways. That should be good. So they're making their first batch. And then to build a row house, you need quite a lot of bricks. And that looks like lime, quick lime, stone, and glass. Serves drinks. Do I have to make the drinks? Oh yeah, we need to make the drinks. Well, we're gonna have to make a hop yard and a brewery. Good thing we're building this brickyard first. We'll have bricks coming in. That would need, oh, they both need quick lime. Now limestone will actually have to import. So we have to decide if we want to import limestone as it is or import the lime powder. I'll probably have to do the lime powder. Oh no, step on. He left her. Okay, you get a widow's pension. widower's pension because she's dead, or her husband's dead. Boy, Yavanka. Yevgeny, I can't even say that name. Yes, go buy your children's shoes, clothes. Go down to the local Macy's and buy yourself some stuff. Paris Hilton donated. Okay. There we go. Now you can go get that leather back. This guy, I just need you to kind of just cut with stuff. Can we make this? Yes, we can. Turn him into a draft horse. Going in. Where are you going? Right here. Oh, maybe they gotta do that. Sell you two. We don't have very much. Well, we can make more though. And I'm gonna need some iron here. Take all your iron. They sell a line. Expensive. Do that. Hopefully with the cart and wagons, I mean. Yeah. That. So, these workers will take this all over the place. We just need to probably have another guy here, I think. And these guys are the only ones that work all year round here. The babies. Oh, I missed the cart. There he is. I love that. Keeps track of the horseshoe's condition, the tack, the condition of the wagon itself. I want to look at it closer, but it's not. So they're gonna take this bad boy where it needs to go. Hopefully, I think that's leaving trails. Wheels. Yep, he's gonna load up on logs. Wood. I love that. He's doing it himself. Someone gonna help him? No. The medieval baller right here. Wow, that's fast condition, right? Gonna need to keep a lot of horseshoes available. Let's actually get the smithy. I want you to have about 20. Nah, they're to wear, so 12 is good. Now, I imagine every other couple days or whatever they'll have to change them out. How do you not have enough money between the two of you? And this guy. You guys have a big family, huh? Starting to get a little interconnected. Nice. That's what we need. Good families. Welcome to the neighborhood. And welcome to this part of town, friend. We need more houses, we need more people. It's kind of close together, but I mean, it is a tight-knit area for a reason. How are you guys doing? Have you made any bricks yet? You don't need to work here. Miroslav, go get a different job. Odin can work here. With his brother. Odin, come work here. You know what? Missing a perfectly good opportunity to decorate this bridge. Keep selling. That looks nice. Nice, like, entrance to the town. I do want people to kind of live over here, I think. Actually, it'd be like old Jenkins living in the end of the town. Old cranky Jenkins. Dang it. That's fine. Old cranky Jenkins. He'll have a nice part of town. And we do actually want to build... I don't know how much I'm actually going to utilize that part of town. Let's see. Where's the edge of Cranky Jenkins? It's right there. I might not even be able to build him a bridge. It's really not that much land, is it? It's a fair amount of land. Yeah, if we're gonna build off that part of town, we need that. Sorry, Cranky. Oops. I wanted to edit that shape there. something like that so we can make the bridge. Because ideally I'll have like row houses. Oops, I don't know how that happened. Wow, is it that? Seriously, that close? I want it to be more like this. Dang. That sucks. Alright, well, the obvious solution would be to build the bridge and then build the house. Yeah, like that. I think I need to give him a raise. 150 is as high as I go. That's the highest I go. Until I go up again. I might need to build a smithy specifically for horseshoes and stuff. I'll just set it to that. How's my storage? Pretty good. They should be constantly using this thing. I kind of want to put another windmill. The dock is right there. Could put it over here, but I'd have to remove some stuff. Put that there so that it's not so far from their houses. Man, you really like this coal. Keep trading all day. Oh wow, we built a few extra houses. You're unemployed. That's not good. Did he think about trying to get a job? Strapping young man like him, like Taurus here, and his children, his lovely children, could definitely get a job. There you go. One of you or two of you are going to be working. I was even able to get the money back from my rich... Wait. Is that my mayor? No, that's not my mayor. My mayor? What happened? Did he die? Was it this man? No, that's a woman. Stepan Karko was not the mayor. I can't remember. I think it was this guy. Maybe he got ousted. I didn't know he could be. His wife took over or something. She lives like on the other side of town, huh? She lives in the poor part of town. She's one of the people. We got this new family over here. He works at the cart, right? Well, now you're unemployed. Good going. What kind of job could I put over here that would make their lives better and would give me a lot of money? I think another farm. And we'll have a bunch of farms over here, fields. We'll have that. And like that. We'll have to add another market stall for these people. Oh. So what do we have in surplus? Peas, milk, dried fish, and flour. So we have peas, milk, what was the last thing? Flour. There we go. So she'll go borrow from there. And our second windmill should really help out. We need these smithy boys to get up there though. I don't know what the wagon could do for him, but sure. Kind of want to order another wagon. He's kind of old. I don't know how old horses can get though. Like 15 years old maybe. We need the male and the female as well. So we want to have more babies. Baby horses. See if they can't build this farm. Probably not gonna be able to. Yeah, it's March anyways. You guys are so poor. Stop being poor. I could give them more money, but look at that. I remember when you were a young woman, Polania. Remember when you used to be happy? You look content now. I'm blessed to have a roof over my head and food on the table. See, that's a completely rational game thought to have in this fucking scenario. I swear they're always like, do better. They hate everything. It needs something. I think it's just too bland down the middle here. They're definitely not spread equal, but there we go. What do you need? What do you got? In the export stock, we got 200. You know what? Take that back. I want those. That way it'll take some of the pressure off of the boys. 50. I don't know if they'll go and take those out. Hopefully they do. did they do with this wood? Produce ash, lye, and potash. I think they just burn wood and they take the ash. They use that. I need lime. I understand that. I can get lime. I'm aware that the ash building in real life would probably be extremely toxic for these people. But it's a video game, so it's okay. See if they can get this farm up and built. Got some good wheat fields out here. Didn't I just see you 2 minutes ago? What do you think is going to change, in my opinion? What do the chickens eat? Chickens. They eat wheat, barley, buckwheat, sunflower, linseed, and hemp seeds. It's kind of why I didn't go for them, because that's food that we eat. We made cheese from the process of our animals here. We could extend its life, so I think we do dairy next. I like the way this part of town is starting to like shape up, like naturally forming itself. So this is kind of like the center. What's going on over here? What do you mean a cart needs repair? There's a cart right. Taurus, I don't want you working over here. I know you live all the way over here, my dude. I think she might need some help too. She works up half the year though. What's her problem? Yeah, I saw that coming. We can do the small arch, I think. And then we'll have a little bit of a fence. It's not a super nice, so I don't like how that fence looks. Not too bad. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be changed a little bit. I want it to line up there. And probably a single birch tree. Nice birch tree here. We'll put a birdhouse too. Is there any other decorations that might go well? That'll look nice. Might get a thatchery over here. I think we should. Give the ladies a job. Maybe we can get thatch this area here. Or it doesn't matter anyways. So the ashery is kind of right here. We're gonna want to have a little bit away from the. I can just rotate it. 45. These are going to be huge fields. They're all for wheat. So that's one. Let's put another one in. And then whenever you try to do this, it starts to get a little wonky. Even if you try to go straight with it. Usually I get it right on the second try there. Yeah. So that's 2 fields, and now a 3rd field would be ideal. But I'm thinking that right now I'll have to wait till the trees are done. So it'll be wheat. We don't have manager over here. And we can set this to random rotation, or not a random, but set rotation. Now flax is a really good counter for wheat, so we'll do flax and wheat. So it'll go like this. Kind of like a pattern here, a little bit of a pattern. We can activate those for next year. Then hopefully by that time I've built out this area a little bit more. They're pretty quick at doing those fields. I just don't want to give them too many jobs for March. Especially if they can't finish them all. I guess what's in there is stuck in there, so here you can have 170. And I will buy lime from you. It is very expensive. Very, very expensive stuff. I believe you need lime to actually tan leather. What do you need to tan leather? Yeah, bark, lime, salt, and water. So for the most part, it's worth just buying leather until we get that stuff set up. But I believe I can sell the raw hides. Cow hides. Requires bark, lime, salt, and water. I think I have to tan. Instead, I just buy the lime like I'm doing. Because what we can do is we put that there. I actually want that to be next. And then we put platform for water. Then he's gonna need a warehouse for his stuff. We'll put it in here like this. Alright, let's speed her up. Old man Jenkins' house is going up here. How many free workers do we have? Not enough. Not enough. Never enough. He's gonna have like the nicest house though, old Jenkins. He's just gonna have the long walk. Here, let's give you a bench too. You can have the old rickety bench. Old stinky bench. And then I feel like this is the kind of man who would want not a pine tree, but a tree on his property here. I can't put it on his property. I'll put it right there for him. He'll have fresh apricots from spring, I think. I think that's when they come. Did I buy the limestone from him? No, I bought the lime. I hope I bought the right stuff. What we got? Yeah, we bought the lime. Put that. There. So we'll start turning our hides around and hopefully make a profit from them. There's going to be a point when we have a lot of them just rotting here. Like this 600 cow hides that are about to go bad. And I think I get a good amount from other stuff. Can I make candles? Soap from lye and tallow. You make lye from the ash tree. Yeah, we're getting to that point where we're gonna start needing some damn limestone, but made a hard decision and I have no limestone unlimited deposits like normal maps do. So we only have these. 10,000 is not too bad though. Might have to. What I want to do is, if I build the bridge, it's gonna go like this. Too low. Good God. That is not too bad. 31,000 just for the being straight part is the main important part. So it's like it's a core fundamental aspect of the city's design here. Yes. Harvest it up. Harvest that fucking grain. Feels good. Feels good to have people harvesting in the fields for me. I want some trees to go here. I think that I had chose the ash tree over here. I like the shape of it. Now it's doing it with the posts. Trying to at least. And then we had a bush of some sort. Something like that. Give it a little bit more flavor as they're walking through. Doesn't seem like they, yeah, they do walk through here, but not through. They just walk to go into the field. Yeah, this part of town is beautiful. You know what they need? One thing I always liked, I used to work on a campground. Just have like benches looking out on the water. Like some trees around it. Usually a nice fence. That's an ugly fence. I wish you could cycle through the fences. That'd be nice. Something like that. But if you have a fence with this kind of body, you kind of want to have something to change the shape a little bit of it. Like that. So that'll be a nice little spot. They can come and sit down. View the other half of town here. Enjoy the water. The beautiful waterfront. Now, how much does it... Oh, that's really cheap. And if I sold you horse tack, buy them for a pretty decent penny, huh? I need to find another item to sell to them. Looks like I've got my tannery up. So let's get that going. I actually have 2 people work the tannery. So he's gonna need cowhides, lime, salt. It takes 200 lime and 150 salt. Are you selling salt? No, you're not, but I think the next best option here would be to get a salt pit, salt works. Do we have any underground deposits? There's some here. That's not good. There's some there. There's more here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there's some right here. The trees part is what kind of annoys me, though. There's really nothing out here in this... I don't want to take my field out. Alright. I'll put it over here. Seems like he just grew, like, entirely cabbages. All cabbage. Have some chickens on this island here, or peninsula thing. They're gonna start eating spare buckwheat. Alright, so this is all set. So we want cow hides, sheep hides, salt, and lime. 1,000. 1,000, 500, 500. And now obviously I don't have space for anything else, so we'll just leave that. Like so. That way they don't have to go so far. Oh, what are you using that salt for? What are you making? Do they need it to keep the meat? Yeah, we definitely need a salt works though. Yeah, we want to have a couple batches of stuff going here. So we can produce our own warm clothing. Don't worry about that. How are my horses? We got a new 8-month-old boy here. I don't want to slaughter them. I want to turn him into a draft animal. So you buy lime. Ooh. Baby. I gotta figure out the transaction for lime to lime powder though. So if I get more lime powder out of the limestone transaction there. Good. Need a limestone. Lime mix. Produce lime from quick lime. Water. Lime kiln. Produces lime from limestone and charcoal. I'll wait for a second. Can you empty this out for me? Go. Go. So we can put. We need a saltworks. I think it's on the food. Now this is a tougher building to build. It actually takes quite some time. So I'll have to be patient. Takes over 29,000 wood. Actually, let's not do that shape. I want it to be lined up perfectly with the, it's gonna be here a while, so we have to make sure it looks good. Good thing it's not like Soviets and Soviet resources or whatever, where you have to like rebuild buildings and fix them over time. But that'd be a cool feature. Redo the roofs and stuff. Have them finish this. So next year there should be a harvest. That harvest will bring us tons of wheat and also flax. Although flax is not probably the best idea because buckwheat. Simply because there's not a lot of space for a warehouse for it. Right? our wagon, though. This should be pretty easy to deliver all this wood. And I want you to just supply the constructions for now. Pretty cheap, 94 bucks. We'll get there soon. Once we get our salt works going. Yeah, they don't have chickens anyways, but I was gonna see if they had chickens. I want this male, I think once they're at a year, they can become breedable. So we're gonna turn this guy into a draft horse now. Have a new wagon. Now, I don't know if as a draft horse they necessarily just get like, can be used for things. Like they can just like ride them normally. But I know that obviously it's for the carts. I'm wondering if the regular civilians can ride around horses too. To and from work. That'd be cool. So, now we have 2 wagons. 2 wagons. 2 horsepower. They're gonna take all the materials. See, that's the best part. Look how fast he did that. That's 600 clay going straight to its site. They didn't even need that much. Yeah, the people are going to finish that transaction there. They need 26,000 wood though. Let's get this guy up right here. This one, he's doing poorly. Seems like they can't keep up. Looking for jobs. What do you mean? Oh, it's because of the fishermen working. I don't think he can repair them at this time of year, though. Yeah, no, he can't. Oh. Well, that's why. He's not working half the year. Should be. That was my cannery here. It looks like they got leather. I see 50 leather there. You've got 150 leather there. Wish I knew. Wish I knew how much they made. Or if they made any yet. They're getting there though. Ideally, we want like 20 more people in the town. It's like 130, 140. there's a little bit of a market right there, so we can start kind of adding on to here. Have them build that first. The salt works is almost done, but they need a lot of wood. So we'll let the builders get back to doing something they can do pretty easily. You see, it barely takes any wood to build a house. Also, I think I have far too many of these. Yeah, make this one empty. Actually, no, I like this one here. That's the smithies. We want to probably just take away from this one here. Save some of that firewood that we're making. And that's why we don't give them too much money, because they start to accumulate it. They don't have to pay for anybody. Like this. Holy shit. Something tells me this is the original mayor. That's why he's rich. No, Yorima. 94-year-old Yorima. We lost 4 people so far. Damn, they were old. And now Yorima. Rest in peace, brothers. We're gonna need a real cemetery soon. For all the great people lost. Watched him turn into an old man. Yep. No longer is he working at the... All the students weep. Oksana and Polanya. They weep for their master. He has died. Alright. What do we get spare food-wise? Dried fish is already here. Obviously we can add some flour. Set this to women. I think they are good on buckwheat. Yep. Put some peas here. And dried fruit. And I imagine we're not going to get any milk, but we'll put it here anyways. There we go. Try to give them like 2 market stalls per zone. Danilo. You look like perfect fisherman quality guy here. Looks like a true fisherman. No, Yanya. They're all dying of old age. Well, I want more salt. But we can't get that right now, so we'll just wait. We do need to get an actual bigger wooden church. Oh, it's required. Okay. That's the entrance, right? Yeah. That's like a perfect spot for it here. This is where the town starts, really. They're all working in the fields. Let's see if they can get it done. They're sowing. Once this one's done, using all the people, they should come over here. Halfway through March, not so bad, and we've got half the sowing done on the first field. As long as both fields get sown, I'm happy. They're around in the third field, or the last field's here. Seems like a lot of people are still working their jobs, though. Yeah, like in the month of March and August, you're not supposed to be working. I don't think they got the memos. The only people exempt from that are people like cartwrights, stable operators, wagon people. Foresters, of course, should never ever be working. Should never ever ever be working in the harvest seasons and the planting seasons. Tanners, you guys get out in those fields. I want to see everybody. Brick workers, I don't know what you think you're doing getting up. Alright, that should be the majority of them. Millers and stable people, ranch hands and stuff, will always keep their jobs. I have to keep the mills going. But the rest, we must let them work. There we go. They'll finish it just in time. It's the buckwheat field anyways. Gonna need a real cemetery as well. I'll actually wait till it's built. Then I can determine how I want it to look. You guys really like coming by. How much will you buy broadcloth for? 20 cents. 40 cents for warm cloth. Warm clothing. 20 for textiles. How much am I holding on to right now? quite a bit. What are you guys doing? Well, they don't have enough, so they should start the next batch. That's kind of stupid. I don't think it matters. I think that those sheep hides will rot. I don't know if these are rotting. So we have to be like a little more efficient with our cows here. Now I could turn one of these bulls into an ox. Right? And he'll go to the farm. I can order a plow. Right? And I can put my ox in here. You see, I dragged him. And I drop him. Right? Can move. Alright, we got the salt works up. So, these are the only 2 months. I don't want people working here. I think it needs 2 people. Oh yeah, we need a draft animal anyways, so... How about I cancel that, and I don't do that. And instead, I move this ox here. There you go. Perfect timing, huh? And then I want to buy maybe some cows or something. But it's such a costly endeavor. Once you're growing them yourselves. We've got our dairy coming too, so we can start expanding food and doing different things. Building the downtown will be the toughest part, because I have to have, like, logistics. I'll have to have a carter with a warehouse and a granary next to each other, and then the market. Although, maybe a wagon. You have a lot of horses. Oh, it's at least 2 years old. Do they have close access? No, I don't think so. So they're producing salt. Nice. How's the storage doing? Empty. What might have to happen. This might have to be the end of the series. I think it's getting to a point where there's too much buildings, too much stuff going on. I could lower the settings, but it's been a chill streaming experience anyways. I never really started out to prove anything other than just building a city, enjoying my time building it. But I'll be back in the future, maybe with some lower tier settings so that I can actually keep going. But I'm gonna call it an early night for YouTube, anyone who's watching, you can still check me out on Twitch. I'm going to be playing in a little bit, doing some half swords. So thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.